Hello and welcome to My Heart on Pages. I'm your host, Dr. LaQuita Parks, author, publisher, and founder of Pay Pro V Publishing, where we take stories from a thought to realization. This podcast is a sacred space for storytellers, overcomers, and visionaries who have chosen to turn pain into purpose and purpose into legacy. Here, we have real conversations about faith, resilience, healing, and the power of putting your heart on paper. Because your story is not random, it is intentional, and it deserves to be told. Welcome to My Heart on Pages.
Well, hello and welcome to another special episode of My Heart on Pages. I am your host, Dr. LaQuita Parks. I am the CEO and founder of Pay Pro V Publishing, and I am super excited today. So we have been doing a series of short interviews for the contributing authors of Everybody Has a Story and Everybody Has a Story. And I am so excited to have one of my good friends here who is also a first-time author and bestseller of Everybody Has a Story. And here she is, Bessie Smith. Yay! Hey, Miss Bessie.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm wonderful. How about yourself?
I'm good. I'm good. So tell everybody who you are and where you're from.
I am Bessie Smith, and I'm a Georgia peach and a Grady baby. So that means that I'm from Atlanta, Georgia.
Absolutely.
Town.
Okay. So, Miss Bessie, tell us. So let me tell you guys how I know Miss Bessie. So, and I don't call her Miss Bessie. I call her Bessie, even though she looks wonderful, but she's kind of old enough to be my mama. Okay. But she looks wonderful. But I go to, so most of you guys who know me know that I go to the pool during the week, and Miss Bessie is the pool. I call her the pool ambassador, the drill sergeant. So she teaches the exercise class in the morning. Miss Bessie, you look like you're frozen. Are you okay? You there? Okay, good. You there? Oh, we lost you.
I blinked out.
We lost you. There you go. There you go. Don't go nowhere. Stay with us now. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So tell us.
Yes.
So we met at the pool, and we shared plenty of conversations. So tell us, what made you say yes to being a part of this anthology?
Well, this was something I never even imagined. I never thought of doing anything like this. I mean, this never came across my mind. And when I was approached with it, I was like, are you serious? And I mean, I was really shocked. And I have been overwhelmed with the idea that I'm even a part of such a project as this. I mean, I am excited and still in disbelief. But I thank Dr. Parks for seeing what I didn't see in myself.
Oh, thank you so much. So tell us the name of your chapter.
The name of my chapter is A Storm Survivor.
Wow, a storm survivor. You know what? I love that title. I love that title. And I haven't known you for a very long time, but it seems like I've known you for a very long time. And I think I told you this. We connected because your name's Bessie, and that was my grandmother's name.
Yes.
And I was really close to my grandmother. So that was an instant connection. And then of course, you the drill sergeant bossing me in the pool every morning. And I'll take it. For every class every class, there is the problem child in the class. So I'm the problem child in your in your class. So Miss Bessie, what has the experience been like for you?
Wow. It has truly been remarkable. Like I say, I'm in disbelief and I'm still trying to take it all in because I have never done anything like this before. And it's never been on my mind to even do anything such as a book. Because to be honest with you, I'm not a big reader, but I am a believer. And with me having a book, a number one seller, you better believe I'm a reader now.
What has
Yes,
the go ahead, I'm sorry, what were you saying?
I was just saying, yes, I am.
What has the response from your family been like?
Oh, wow. They are so excited and they're very supportive. And I have a lot of special friends and family. I mean, they are very supportive and they excited. People are more excited than I am. I'm like, wow, how they take away my excitement.
Looks like we have our connection is a little choppy. Are you there, Miss Bessie? Okay. It looks like our connection is a little choppy. It seems like you're going in and out. I want to share. I want to share something.
Mhm.
In this, we're not going to share the whole your whole chapter because we don't. You're gonna have to purchase the book. But in your chapter, what I found, what I loved about your story is the perseverance of it. And so, can you tell the audience a little bit about your story? What's your story about?
My story is about my first um, vacation on the cruise, my first cruise vacation. And what happened to me during the vacation, no fault, I say, of the cruise ship, but of myself. And I just could not believe not only traveling to another state, but through a country, a different country.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it was just disbelief for me. I mean, I think about it sometime today and I'd be like, wow, did that really happen to me?
Mm-hmm. 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 You know, I remember when you were sharing the story with me, and you talked about so Miss Bessie was injured on a cruise, her very first cruise, and the injury was so bad that she had to be transported to another part of the country to get airlifted to to Florida, which was an hour away. So a 2 hour drive from the boat to another part of the country, and then another hour in a helicopter to be airlifted to another hospital with a head injury.
Mhm.
And when you shared that, you know, I love your title, Storm Survivor, because that was really for me. As I was reading it, I was like, oh wow. And remember, I remember saying to you, you mean you were in an ambulance for 2 hours, and then had to go in a helicopter for another hour, and the people who were taking care of you didn't speak English.
No, ma'am, they did not. No, ma'am. And you know that was hard. That was hard, and I was not truly and fully myself, and then to be among some people that didn't speak my language, you know, that was really hard.
So let me ask you a question. And I know you love to travel. You love to travel.
Yes,
How has that affected your being able to travel or wanting to travel? Has it stopped you from traveling?
not at all, boo. I believe it. I believe it in a day or two. What happened to me, like they say, it's not what happened to you, it's how you handle what happens to you. You can
Hmm.
either stay down or you can get back up again. And I
Hmm.
chose to get back up again. Now I have not chose to get back on a cruise ship, but I get on a plane, on the car in a minute.
So I like that you said that. So would you equate your faith in God helping you get through that? Because I can't imagine trying to communicate and then being injured, and it was a pretty bad injury. So trying to communicate with people that couldn't understand what you were trying to say, and you were, I know there was the fear, but how was, when you reflect back on it, what do you equate to helping you get through that moment? Are you there? Can you hear me?
I can now.
Okay. So how do you equate what, as you were going through in that moment, what do you equate would you equate your faith in helping you get through that moment? What do you think helped you get through that moment?
It was God, because without him, and not knowing him, and having a closer walk with thee, and depending on him, I don't feel that I would have made it, because all while I was there in the ambulance with someone that did not speak or understand my language, uh, I had to turn to him, and I had to talk to him. And I just solely depended on him until uh, I remember while I was praying that I just fell asleep, you know, because I just was um, wanting the moment to be over with. It just seemed like it was just so long and far away, and still with a head injury, and really not being in your right mind, and not really knowing uh, whether they were really taking you where they were saying that they were taking you.
Mm-hmm. 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 I can imagine not knowing if, okay, am I really going to the hospital? Are they going to take
Friend
me and
there
dump
with
me
me.
somewhere? Mm-hmm.
Yeah. When I had a friend, when I asked him about where was my friend, he didn't know what he didn't know what I was saying. I say, friend, friend. And he pointed up there, let me know that she was up there. But um, I kept saying, I want to know where was I going. I mean, I just didn't know what was going on. It was hard. And like I say, oh, God saw me through. And they say God take care of his children. And he took care of me that day. He really did.
And he continues to take care of you.
Yes, and I think that that's why I chose a storm survivor, because not realizing I have a T-shirt already that says a storm survivor. My pastor preached that sermon one day, one Sunday, and he had all of us.
Miss
And when
Bessie,
I tell y'all what I went through,
your 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 connection is a bit choppy. You keep going in and out. Miss Bessie, I apologize. Looks like her connection is a bit choppy, so it looks like we keep losing her. But what I want to do is I want to share, while she's going in and out, I want to share a little bit of her story, Storm Survivor. Now, when we talked, when Miss Bessie and I got together to do her story, she said, "I don't know how to. I don't know how to put it together. I can't put it together." And I said, "I can help you." So I want to say to those who have a story and you're interested in writing your story, you feel like I just don't know how. There are people that can help you. We can help you. Don't stop because you don't feel like you know how. So her story is called A Storm Survivor. Um, and I'm going to just share a little bit about it. Not because the storm never came, but because it did, and I lived through it. That's how she opens her chapter, and she has a lot to say. She talks about the gift of life, but I'm just going to read a little small bit of her chapter. And listen, you have to buy the book. I'm sorry that her connection is going in and out, but this is called The Fall. One morning, I was by the pool with my friends. The area was crowded with guests enjoying the sunshine. I wanted us all to sit together, so I began moving chairs to create space for our group. It seemed like a simple thing to do. I was focused on making sure everyone was comfortable. Then I tripped. I did not stumble slowly or have time to catch myself. I went down fast and hard, falling face first. As I was falling, one thought ran through my mind: this is going to be bad. The impact was painful and shocking. I heard screaming and yelling all around me. I could feel blood on my face and my head. I remember hearing someone say that I was breathing and that I was still alive. Those words stayed with me because in that moment, everything felt uncertain. And you have to buy the book. Everybody has a story and everybody has a story. So you have to buy the book from Miss Bessie. And what we're going to do is we're going to end this interview right now, and we're going to reschedule for a time when Miss Bessie's connection is better. Oh, she's entering back in. So let's see if that helps. Miss Bessie, are you there? Miss Bessie? Okay. All right. Well, we are having some difficulties, and we're going to reschedule this for a time when we can get some better connection for her. All right. Thank you.
Hello and welcome to My Heart on Pages. I'm your host, Dr. LaQuita Parks, author, publisher, and founder of Pay Pro V Publishing, where we take stories from a thought to realization. This podcast is a sacred space for storytellers, overcomers, and visionaries who have chosen to turn pain into purpose and purpose into legacy. Here, we have real conversations about faith, resilience, healing, and the power of putting your heart on paper. Because your story is not random, it is intentional, and it deserves to be told. Welcome to My Heart on Pages.